Today, we are going to dive into Lily's letter, a woman who is living the nightmare of seeing her safe haven transformed into an emotional battlefield. Her story isn't just about fidelity or betrayal, it's about the invisible pressure exerted in the name of modernity and paralyzing fear of losing the only person you have ever loved in your entire existence. I warn you of this. The narrative touches very sensitive nerves regarding personal boundaries and the sacrifice of one's own identity in the name of a relationship.
My name is Lily, and I am writing to you with my heart in my hands because I feel like I am breaking inside. I have been with my partner my whole life, and when I say my whole life, I am not exaggerating or using a metaphor. We grew up together in the same neighborhood, shared the same school friends, and our families have known each other forever. He has been my first and only love, my best friend, my confidant, and the axis around which my entire world has revolved for as long as I can remember. I always thought we were as solid as a rock, that nothing could move us because our connection was deep, ancient, and true. To me, he isn't just my partner, he is my entire history. But lately, something in the air we breathe has started to change. It wasn't a sudden explosion, but something slow and corrosive, like a dampness that weakens a wall without you noticing until it's too late. It all started with subtle comments about boredom and routine. He began saying that our relationship was too stable, that we lacked that spark couples have when they first start out. At first, I tried not to give it much importance. I thought it was a natural phase, the kind of slump all long-term couples go through. I tried to innovate. I looked for ways to get us out of our routine, but nothing seemed to be enough. Then, the conversation took a dark and radical turn. He started talking to me about things we had never mentioned in our 15-year history. He started talking about open relationships, about experimenting with other people, about the need to explore sexually outside of our union to enrich what we have. I was in shock. It's not that I don't understand that different ways of loving exist in the modern world, but that simply isn't who I am. It's not what I want for my life, nor is it how I understand commitment.
I told him no as clearly and honestly as possible. I explained that my values and my feelings don't allow me to share him, that for me, exclusivity is part of the essence of our bond. But far from accepting my refusal and working on our relationship from within, he insisted. And what's worse, his insistence stopped being a suggestion and became an absolute necessity. Now, I feel like his proposal comes with an implicit condition. Either I accept his vision of a modern relationship or our love is doomed to die. He has said things to me that have been branded into my mind like fire. If we don't change this, we're going to stay out. Or all modern couples do this to save themselves. Now I live with a constant fear, feeling like our relationship depends on me accepting something that hurts me deeply. It isn't a negotiation, it's a veiled threat that is destroying me.
What Lily is experiencing is one of the most painful forms of emotional pressure that can exist in a couple. There is a fundamental difference between proposing a new dynamic from a place of respect and mutual curiosity, and conditioning the survival of the relationship on the acceptance of that dynamic. The desire to explore isn't the problem in itself. The problem is when that desire becomes a weapon to manipulate the other person's boundaries. Lily is trapped in a devastating internal conflict. The immense love she feels for the man she grew up with versus her own moral limits and her identity. She is being pushed toward an emotional direction she does not share, and that generates a dissonance that is breaking her. The fear of loss is a powerful tool, and when it is used to force someone to go against their values, we stop talking about love and start talking about control. In long-term relationships, it is normal for the search for novelty to appear or for sexual desire to transform, but the crucial thing is how those changes are handled. Here, we see that there is no search for joint solutions, but rather an imposition. Lily fears that if she says no, he will walk away forever, and that void seems unbearable to her. But if she says yes, She will break herself apart to try and save something that perhaps has already broken at its core. Many people stay trapped trying to save a relationship at the cost of their own well-being, forgetting that a healthy relationship isn't the one that forces you to change who you are, but the one that allows you to grow without losing your integrity. Love should not feel like a negotiation where you have a constant fear of losing everything if you don't give in on the most sacred thing you have, your own peace of mind.
Now, I would like to open this debate to you because I know this is a topic that generates a lot of controversy today. What would you do if you were in Lily's place? Would you accept the condition that goes against your nature just out of the fear of losing the person you have loved your whole life? Do you think a romantic relationship justifies sacrificing our own boundaries and values? Is it possible for a relationship to survive when one of the two feels forced to accept a dynamic that causes them pain? I am very interested in, Rita, your opinions and your stories, because sometimes the pressure to be modern makes us forget what we truly need to feel safe and loved. Lily, if you are listening to us, you are not a closed-minded or insecure person for knowing what you want and what you don't. Your boundaries are the walls that protect your soul. Do not feel obligated to sacrifice your identity to keep someone by your side, because a love that requires you to betray yourselves to survive is a love that has already lost you. Take the time to reflect on who you are outside of him, because your value does not depend on your ability to give in to what you do not desire.